Hello, everyone. Um, we're actually back in Yazoo City here at Glenwood Cemetery in Yazoo City, Mississippi. Back at the witch's grave. It's been 4 years since we've been back here. Yeah, I promised myself not to come back here, but I had the courage to come back here to understand more about her, which I not do anything not like we did 4 years ago. That was just an experiment, and her apology to the letter. I will tell you this, though. She's still in her grave, as is. Her reading indication is very nothing activity or anything happening, but she is here. Just gotta remember to be respectful to her. But I do want to tell you and share you a story. I want to share the story to you all. This may be true. This may not be true. I'm not going to tell you in definition or in detail on how I've got this story or how it come to the story. But you be the judge on this one. Now, this is totally my story here, I want to say, and it can be debated, it can be controversial, on however you put it. There's always two sides of the story. We know the story about her and how she was chased down by the sheriff and the accused and accusations and all. But there's another story I want to add into it. She was more likely, though, she wasn't just not just a murder thing. No, it was more likely she could have been protecting herself. Yeah, I don't think she was even old or anything like that. I think she was maybe in her 40s, possibly an outcast of the town. Now, during this time, though, there were still a lot in her time. There were still some Choctaws left in the state, around this area. She could have been a Choctaw woman in her mid to late 40s or early 50s. She could have been an outcast. People didn't like her, they mistreated her and everything, especially some old, old Civil War vets at the time, too. They were there. One day, she was probably out and about. Now, her shack was somewhere between the Delta area and the hill section of Yazoo City at the time. She must have went out, though, doing her scavenge hunt or anything like that. I don't know in detail. But the men, in my opinion, the two men, she didn't draw them there. No, they went there. They went there themselves. They went there themselves. Now, hypothetically, though, they got caught by this woman who they proclaimed that she was a witch. She went to them somehow, I won't say what I can think of, had a certain ability to draw them down to their knees, hurting them painfully, just down, face down to the ground. She didn't use no stick or anything like that. She didn't even drown them. But she came up closer to them, and she looked at one of the men, and the words that she said was, "Show me mercy. Show me mercy." Now, it could be described in many details, though, but it turns out they were after her. She wasn't after them. She was defending herself, who might have was gifted with a certain really extraordinary gift. Let's say it could be telekinesis, or levitation. We just don't understand. We will never probably understand. As to today, we will not understand. I do want to say, however, I'm sorry for what they've done to you. You didn't deserve this. You really do not deserve this. Back then, people were assholes. That's what we got into term today. Assholes. And I'm sorry. We went through so much turmoil. Yeah, I can get about the revenge part. I could understand that. But there is also, like I said, there's always two sides of the story. Even to this day, this curse is still seen to be cursed itself. Cursed town still. But she's still here. And still has her connection full and full. And I apologize too. Again, I apologized on that day for 4 years ago. I'm sorry that that other person that came here a few days after for what he had done. I am sorry. But he's no longer in my group. Like I said before, he is no longer in our group. He's no longer with me at all. He brought so much badness to us and to us all. But it's over now. And I'd like to say thank you, though. You are something else. To share your strength and your power. To show me on what you demonstrated and how far you can reach. And show me a vision into it all. And show me for once, probably the truth. And I hope it is the truth. And maybe it is true. That's why there's two sides of the story. But we'll never know. Since everyone back then are dead now. And when the fire came, all evidence was destroyed. But we'll never know. Alright.